brave one. You were the one, so we all gotta die someday.
Okay, you guys, we are very excited for today's episode. We have a special guest.
He just got off of a European tour, sold out.
So,
Yeah.
That Live Nation gave me a plaque and everything, dude.
Oh, okay.
Morgan J, everyone.
What's up?
Okay,
How
so
are
Morgan, we've known you forever,
That's
and
right.
it's wild to watch your rise to literally stardom.
I wanted to tell you this. So,
Tell me.
Bitch, I remember when you had a fucking roommate.
honey, and now he has an assistant.
I have an
You lived with
assistant.
Brent Pella, huh?
I did. I mean, and when I moved to LA, I lived on a mattress on a floor for the first year.
Look, it
I
happened.
And
know.
I
It
bought my
happened.
car in the back of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And
and
you've been doing it 17 years?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Right?
Dude,
17
okay.
years. I'm 37,
How old were you when you started?
20.
20.
And then,
Wow.
you know, just
There's time for us.
I
yet.
I was doing open mics with like Mark Norman and Sam Morril and
No fucking way.
yeah, and like Ali Wong. And the thing is,
Wow.
Really?
the thing is, like, I had auditioned for JFL, RIP to JFL,
Mm-hmm.
when I was like 23, 24.
hmm
And I didn't get it. I was doing stand up at the time. So it was like 6 years in. I was like, all right, let me switch it up.
hmm
When
I
did
won't give you
you?
the whole
And that's when the
shtick, but
guitar came out.
guitar came out. Yeah. And then about 10 years after that, I started doing the auto-tune stuff. And then that, like, because you think you think 1 million followers is a lot, right? So I
Yeah.
hit 1 million followers last summer.
It is a
And
lot.
It is a
That's
lot.
a fuck ton of followers.
It's a fuck ton of followers. And then,
You almost
then-
are on Instagram too, which is like really hard to get.
yeah. And then these other auto-tune clips went crazy. And that's what really, like, took it to a whole other level.
Would you say your life changed after like the Ethan clip came out?
Yeah, I think so.
What was the Ethan one?
It's just like I went to this guy. I go, "What's your name, bro?"
That one, yeah.
Ethan. When I tell you, like the show on Sunday that I did at the Bourbon Room, there was a guy named Ethan. I picked him out,
Yeah.
and he said his name is Ethan. The crowd lost it. There's like a lore. There's like an
There
Ethan lore,
is. That's crazy.
and I've affected his life and the girl's life in that video. They're
That's
like
crazy.
They're like doing music now. They have like, I think their girl has like 40,000 followers on TikTok. Ethan
Where was that?
that was at the Dynasty Typewriter.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was filmed in September.
I remember
And we
because
dropped it in November, and then it just went. I was like, "Oh, this got 10 million views in a day.
That's
Surely
fucking crazy.
it cannot get more than that."
So I ran into this comic that used to run an open mic that I guess you would go to, and it was like the last day of the festival, and I was just telling him that we're having you on, and and he's like, "Oh my god, I feel like a clown because I used to run this open mic, and I thought I was hot shit, and like I thought I was coming up, and then Morgan Jade would come in there with his guitar, and I would like roast the fuck out of him, like, oh, with your fucking guitar." He's like, and now he just sold out the the fucking
Yeah.
Palladium, and I
Yeah.
quit. So that's actually really
Wait,
cool.
who was the? Don't tell me the comment. What was the open mic?
I think it might have been Lyric.
really,
Mm-hmm.
he
I-
ran a mic at the Lyric.
I'm pretty sure.
That's fine. I
Hmm.
mean, I think there's the one thing I hope that my success people are like happy for me, because it's like I want to be like that, because we know people who
We do know.
we know
Yeah.
people that just like skip lines
Yeah.
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I've really been like grinding for
It's crazy.
Years.
like a long time.
I've known you
so-
like so. I feel like I've been
Yeah.
doing comedy now 9 years. I think I met you when I was 2 years in, 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and you were. I remember you still like having like existential crisis about it and being like,
Yeah.
"Is it gonna happen ever?"
the pandemic was the best thing that at least happened in my career.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Because I just was like, well, I don't know what else we're gonna do. I said yes to everything.
yeah,
Started posting shit. I mean, we know people who are like, I'm not posting stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post. I'm
There's
not.
still
Yeah,
people
we
that
do-
are like
we do
that.
I
have
was like, I don't
yeah.
know. And it's so funny. There's people who hit me up now, like I'm a consultant or some shit.
Yeah.
And I have a document. I'm like, do all these things. You know, they're not rules, but you shouldn't even have to ask me what to do on the internet, because all the shit is on there already. All
Yeah.
the blueprints on there. Just look at a clip that does well. Number one thing that I cannot, and maybe you guys just make sure your audio is good. Just like I
Right.
literally posted a clip today that I shot on an iPhone, but the audio is good
hmm
and it's doing great. Just make
Okay.
sure the audio is good, guys. Literally just ask the sound person for a copy of the audio, or get
Yeah. Do you do a little mic?
Look at him. Look, he's giving me a thumbs up. Or yeah, I have 2 mics. I have one that if the audio can be plugged into a Zoom mic,
Uh-huh.
I do that. And then I have a backup where I try to find a speaker somewhere in the venue that I could put it like right by the speaker. And then sometimes that actually works really well
It's
too.
so crazy. All from just
Okay.
filming shit.
Just the audio, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude, it's the Matt Rife effect. It's like the same. You guys have the same.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to him, dude. That sold 16,000 tickets.
it's crazy.
by
From
himself.
from
And it-
fucking these clips. From these clips that are just
Yeah.
going wild,
Yeah.
wild.
It
Yeah.
doesn't include the revenue from the clips. So.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
And you get it, and you get why they do the clips because when that
Yeah.
Ethan video popped up, I looked. Somebody was like, "Did you check your TikTok creator fund?" I was like, "I never check it because it was like such an inconsequential amount of money." I was like,
Mhm.
I looked at it, I was like, "Okay, I see what people are doing."
That is
So-
crazy, dude. So
Yeah.
you're making good money now.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
all right.
You're doing
Okay,
all
okay.
right.
He's elite.
I'm wearing a fake gold Casio watch,
Okay.
but I'm doing that on purpose. I have I'm do that to stay
To stay humble.
yeah.
To look
Thank
humble.
you.
I got
With the
dirty
gold. Is
sneaks
that a
on.
real gold
It
chain
is.
though?
You want to hear a story behind this?
Sure.
I had a fake gold chain.
Okay.
And I was FaceTiming my mom, and I was like, because I do black rooms a lot, and like what you wear to the black rooms is like very important. Like you want to make sure you have clean shoes and you have like a
right.
nice watch or a gold chain or some shit like that. And I told her I was doing this show and I'm wearing the gold chain, and she's like, "It's not real, is it?" I go, "It's not real, but nobody's gonna know." She's like, "They're gonna know.
No.
They're gonna know."
No.
Yeah. And then she's like, "When you come back home, I have some jewelry for you," and she gave me this so it was actually like a long
Okay, that's
gold
nice.
chain.
Yeah.
That I went to like a jeweler and they like broke
Yeah,
it up
yeah,
into
yeah.
2 chains,
Yeah.
So-
Did
Okay,
they
so you
know?
can have some respect.
Did they know?
Yeah, when
that it
you
was-
wore it to the show, did they know? it
No,
was
but
fake?
I mean they didn't say anything. But when I was on Wild 'N Out, I have a friend who's a stylist.
Mhm.
For the last season we shot that didn't air. I mean, it hasn't aired yet. She was like, "Do you want me to get you some jewelry on loan, like really expensive jewelry?" So she got me like a Cuban chain link that was like half an inch thick with like diamonds on it. It was probably like a $30,000 piece.
that's crazy.
But I had to give it back. It was just on loan.
Yeah.
They do that. You could just wear jewelry and then they give it back to them.
Yeah.
And then I remember I showed up to set wearing it. It was like a rose gold. And they were like, "Oh shit, so Moore got money, right? So he's showing up." So all of a sudden he do a couple seasons a while and now y'all iced out and shit, huh? I was like, "I swear it's not mine. It's not mine. I'm just wearing it on set."
Please.
Please.
When were you doing that show? I don't remember.
I filmed it a year ago, season 21, and then September before that, we filmed 2 seasons in a row. So season 19, 20, and 21 I'm on.
So you're doing it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just by the way,
Okay.
I don't believe I did a good job on the show.
Oh.
I don't watch
Really?
it. I don't feel comfortable with my performances on the show.
Really?
I feel like a fraud on the show. I just feel I
Really?
don't feel right on the show. But I did it. I got mine 19 episodes in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
It's a credit.
Did you work with Maddie Smith?
I did, yeah.
I love her. I think she's so funny.
She's really funny.
She can do no wrong on that set.
Yeah.
She's like she's a goddess on that set.
I bet she is. She's so funny.
Her roasts were in the next season to air, I'm not gonna give it away, but she had this like really epic roast battle that is gonna look fucking awesome.
Oh, sick.
Roasting
Yeah.
is so hard.
Yeah. I
know.
when I was on that show, I like reached out to people to like write roasts for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no like when it comes to like jokes and stuff, like I'll ask somebody to write jokes. I mean, like, well, the
Yeah.
songs is different, like, but with roast jokes, like I'm not good at being mean, really. So
It's so hard.
So-
you're good. No, you're good at it. I can't fucking do it.
I can't be a
cannot do
cunt,
it.
but I only did roast battle like one time up in the belly room,
yeah,
and I did it against. Do you remember Pete Suval?
no,
Okay,
he
LOL.
was
He's a
like
chef
that
now.
tattooed, kind of handsome guy.
okay.
Okay, but we were going against each other, and I was so fucking nervous. And then he was like, "Oh my god, I'm afraid I'm gonna cry up there." And I was like, "I'm afraid I'm gonna cry." I was like,
Did
"This
you
is
cry?
so." No, I didn't.
Did
No,
you-
we
did
actually
you
had a
beat
good
him?
time. I did beat him.
Oh, all right.
And then they were like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
that
you're
makes
gonna do
sense.
it
What was the
again?"
joke? What was the joke that not like really hit?
I wish I could remember.
That's okay.
No.
He did some joke about us both being a part of 12 Step because my girlfriend pushed me down a flight of stairs, and then
Oh,
he's
that's
in
funny.
I don't know, in
Did you
recovery.
did you hit him with like an off the cusp thing or no?
Yes, I did hit him with like a couple
you're
of
so
those
good
like,
at that.
with his like with
she's
his
good at that.
appearances,
Yeah.
but for like my actual jokes, I had like a team of friends help me
Yeah.
write them because I'm like my brain doesn't
Yeah,
work like
no,
that.
I get it. Yeah,
It's
I have
so
no problem
hard.
doing that. I actually had I'm gonna start doing like sessions with friends of mine who are writers. I did one with a friend of mine, and she helped me come up with like honestly now the closer for my show. You saw the "Would You Be My Dad" bit.
I love Kate and I were talking about that in the car right
They
now.
came home fucking glowing
we
from
were
your show.
on
They were like, he is
Morgan, I'm
so
not
good.
kidding.
Kate's trying to fuck you to death.
Yeah.
She was gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Is your roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give her my number.
Tall, big ass. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, because she
Yeah.
was like, you need to get him to come out. And then I was like,
I
I think he's
got-
going to get pepper sprayed if he comes out. He's too
Dude,
famous.
I was walking around. I was like, immediately people like running over. It's
so
some
crazy,
bro.
dude. It's so crazy.
It's nuts. It's
When did
honestly
you
know
notice
nuts.
that start
crazy.
happening?
Well, the fall tour that I did last year. This is before the Ethan video and some other videos that popped off. I was averaging on off nights. I'm talking like Wednesdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. I was averaging like 200 tickets a show. Some cities it was like 60 tickets. Some cities it was like sold out. So we were like all over the place. But people would show up and like I was in New Jersey at the Stress Factory, and then like
So fun. I love the Stress Factory.
an incredible room.
Yeah.
We had
Such
a
good room.
sold out show on a Sunday, and my brother and sister-in-law lived there, and they came to the show, and I gave them like the good seat. I went out to say what's up to them. I'm saying what's up to them, and behind me, so my sister-in-law's looking at me. She's like, well, "This guy behind you," and this guy behind me is like freaking out. He's like, "Oh my god, dude!" He's like right there. He's like right there. He's like right there. I was
It's
like,
so crazy when it starts happening.
yeah, and then so that's kind of when I knew things started shifting. And then I did this European tour, it was sold out. When I tell you every day I got recognized at least once,
This most recent one?
this most recent one,
Just like out in the street.
just like out I was in Amsterdam, I was walking around the red light district. Now I wasn't even looking for pussy. I wasn't even like trying to fuck a
Okay,
prostitute.
okay.
A sex worker, sorry.
Okay.
No, say prostitute.
A sex worker, sorry. And I can't, and
Yeah.
I just was wandering around. I was just like having the bike. I had a video with the bike falling in the
That
water.
was so funny.
That was the day the bike fell in the water, so I just like couldn't believe this shit happened. And then and this group of youngsters, because my fans don't realize I'm 37.
But they're
think I'm
probably
like,
in their 20s.
They think I'm like late 20s, early 30s. They think I'm between like 28 and 32.
What's your demographic?
18 to 35.
Yeah.
Mhm.
18 to 35.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have like sometimes 15-year-olds come to the show with their moms and stuff.
Nice.
It's like
I'm
it's
dead.
pretty nuts. It's
Yeah.
and like they want to hear the LOL song. They want to hear Friend Zone. They want to hear Suspicious as Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
in
he's
what
got the
I'm
classics.
so lucky to be doing music because like I don't have too much pressure to generate as much content every year. Like, so I can tour more and just do like the hit songs.
But then you do crowd work, so that like lends
Yeah.
itself
Even
to.
with your opening, with because you always do the LOL song, right?
I do it. I mean, they need it. They want it. If I don't do it, they'll be upset.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But even though you're opening with that, it seems like most times now, if not every time now, it seems like it's always a little bit different. No.
Yeah. So the song. So my first comedy special, I opened with crowd work, like just straight up. And then the second comedy special, I was like, I don't want to like open just with like crowd work again. Let me open with like a structured song that I could do crowd work in. So that's how the LOL. And then coming out of the pandemic, I was doing Zoom shows, and I'd always be on the calls like, hey, if you like something, give me a LOL or a like this, And I was like, maybe I can make this a live song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
And
smart.
then
Oh yeah, I forgot you were like hustling on Zoom during the pandemic.
one year I made
too.
like 50 grand doing Zoom shows.
That's so fucking.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
So the comics who said no, y'all are fucking idiots.
No, I literally just did a Zoom show for some company in our living room, and it's actually crazy.
No, it's easy. I remember coming out of the pandemic, I had to like drive to, Hollywood to do a show. I was like, this fucking sucks.
Take me back to Zoom.
Take me back. No, honestly, I made
Yeah.
all this money on Zoom. I was just like log off and then play Call of Duty right
Remember,
after.
and you were like playing Twitch games. Or you were
Yeah.
doing Twitch and you were like playing games and shit on Zoom too. I remember
well, I mean,
that.
honestly, that's the future. I just saw a post from
Yeah.
T-Pain talking about he makes more money from Twitch now than he does from his music.
It's so.
And what does he do
wild.
on Twitch? Just
Plays
game?
video games.
Okay, Jesus.
People love.
Sorry,
Wow.
Ellie,
No.
everybody yelling.
I'm saying Jesus to T-Pain, but
Yeah.
but you did have a tone. But
Yeah, he did. Okay, so how was your experience? Because we just wrapped with the Netflix as a Joke festival, which either A, made people want to kill themselves, or B, made people's weeks, and they're like, this is the best week of my entire life.
Yeah.
Harper and I are on the side of we want to kill ourselves. You came out on the other side of it.
But we're plebes. You're,
Well, it was a particularly important weekend for me because I'm up for my first pilot for a show. So like, I'm
Wow.
like in the mix.
Wait, like one that you wrote?
No. Like I just I auditioned for it, submitted a tape, and did a callback. I'm not going to tell you who the main guy is on it, but he is a famous TV dad.
Okay.
from one of the very successful TV family shows.
Okay.
And he's producing this other show, and I did the self tape. It went well, and then I did a Zoom call. It went well, but the feedback was essentially like, when is this going to air? By the way,
Monday.
Monday.
It's fine. Yeah, and then I mean, I may not get it. It's just excited to be in the mix, but so I did the audition, and then I think the feedback was like, he's great, but he is on every page, and he's not kind of like nobody knows who he is, in like the sense that, when you're doing like a network show,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a difference between like somebody who's like a TikTok influencer comedian type,
And then like Sydney Sweeney.
and then like Sydney Sweeney,
Okay.
or young Sheldon or some shit like
Right.
that. It's like a
yeah.
different total.
Right.
The people who watch TV are not the people who are on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like in that sense, I'm not like a known face or something,
Right.
And so that was it. They were just like, all right, well, we're fans of him and we'll keep him in the loop. But then I got a call on Thursday that was like, they weren't feeling these other guys, so you're kind of back in the mix. Can you retape for this? And then they came to the show on Sunday, and I feel like the show just couldn't have gone better on Sunday.
That's so crazy.
We did sold out
That's
show at
great.
the Bourbon Room. It was like 9:45 on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Sold out 4 or
It was
5
such a
months in
fun
advance.
room.
It was such a
Wow.
good room. Show couldn't have gone more perfect.
Wow.
Coming off the show the day before, I did at the main stage at Outside Fest, which like when I did sound check, I was like, this is good. Like when I actually said no to it. I really did say no to it.
Because it's outside.
Yeah, they offered it
Yeah.
me. They offered it to me at like 3 or 4 p.m. or something, and then they were like, actually, we got to move you to 1 p.m. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be hot. It's like lunchtime. Who wants
Mhm.
to go to a show at 1 p.m.?
Mhm.
And then they were like, all right, well, we could do 3:30. I was like, all right, we'll just keep it at 3:30. I told my reps, I'm like, this is gonna be an L for
Yeah.
sure. I've done outdoor shows. This is gonna be.
Outdoor shows suck.
But-
balls.
I mean, it was great though. It was
Yeah.
it really did feel like
A music festival, like a little Coachella.
Yeah, it really
Mhm.
did. I think it also helped because there was music right before you too.
Yeah. So I have been seeing my ticket sales for the coming fall, and for this particular show, I can't see my ticket sales because it's like it's a flat fee.
Right.
It's called a soft ticket, meaning it's like there's no actual seats. It's like a festival. You're just like
Mhm.
people who show up. And then, but the night before, I had posted something like, "What if we fill this place up?" Because I had a feeling, because if the ticket sales were consistent with all the other cities, and this is like my home city,
Mm-hmm.
I think we were gonna fill the place up, and we did. It was fucking nuts. And
So cool.
And I
It was
walked.
big. It was so big.
There's like people on the sidelines waiting in the shade to see me, and it
Yeah.
just was like, it was nuts. Like I said that, like I said one word and they lost their mind.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
I mean, you
It's
just
so
popped your head
crazy.
out, and then these girls that were standing in front of Kate and I, they're like, "There he is! There he is!"
No,
and then
legit.
Kate and I were like, "Wait, who?" And we're like, "Oh, it's fucking Morgan. That's who."
Legit. It was crazy.
It's so crazy that this industry is so fucking crazy. How you watch your friends become fucking superstars.
Yeah.
And even still, like, there's still
It's
comics
crazy.
that I don't know or see, or people who, like, I'm doing a show on Saturday with Bobby Lee, and although they did mention me on their podcast, the Bad Friends podcast.
Okay, nice.
So that was
such a funny
interesting.
podcast.
So like my name is like, I guess, getting out there, but I always still feel a little bit like a fraud,
Yeah.
So I feel like
Why?
a poor man's Lil Dicky or like a poor man's Mark Rebier. But I don't know. I feel like my show's different. I feel like I offer like a community type of show, like we're all in this together type shit,
I think
haven't
that's
seen you
also
in so
why
long.
people. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I haven't seen you in so long. I want to see.
You guys, yeah, the show's a lot different than it used to be.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very like, I mean, my agents literally got an email the other day that was like, where can I sit to make sure I'm in one of Morgan's TikToks? Where can I sit to sing? I want to sing.
Wow. Yeah.
So now I sell the
Yeah.
now I sell the first 3 rows of most shows at a little bit of a higher price.
that makes
Okay,
sense
Miss Thing.
because people
Yeah.
do want to
They
come
wanna
out to
come and
get
sing,
into
dude.
the fucking
Yeah.
videos. They want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
And be
dude.
online.
I think obviously you are so talented and funny, but like I think what also is attributing to this motherfucking glow up too is because I think it's great and so genius when you can include people in it. Because I think especially with
Yeah.
TikTok, everyone wants to be included,
Yeah.
They
and you're
wanna-
making people feel special.
I think that's one of the things that some like mainstream media is not getting. I think Gen Z really wants to have these experiential type of shows.
Mm-hmm.
They want to go to shows that they can film and take photos. Like when I go
Yeah.
on stage, I tell them right at the bat, like, you could film and take photos of whatever you want. I don't give a
Wow.
fuck.
Okay, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like really, they're not going to go back and watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do post it and it goes viral, it just kind of helps.
Helps you.
Right.
I just have to make sure I don't say anything fucking out of pocket or crazy that's going to ruin my career. Which I don't.
Is that hard?
No, I don't know normally. I've never had any
You're
issue.
not like that.
And also, I think people could sense like I don't have any like malicious intent during my show. I'm not saying I'm like not a dirty perv type of.
Yeah, because we know that you are, but
I'd be like, you know, what's the word? Like,
Covered in cum?
pushing an agenda of, you know, sex and like, I want everybody to have sex and hook up. I mean, you were at the show. We brought this guy actually came to me right before he took a photo with me. He's like, yo, I'm here with my girl. We haven't made it official yet. I'm going to be like in the second row. You think you could like call us up? And then I forgot about it. And then I remember that was the guy.
Wait, real? Okay, he
But
came
I-
to you
so what
before?
happened?
He came to me before, but I forgot. And then I was talking because that was the girl that said, you could plug it into me.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, what? So you made like a couple official?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was singing a song. I had to plug my guitar in, and I couldn't find the right cable. And then they were like, she was like, "You could plug it into me," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I looked at the girl, and I was like, "Oh, that's the guy." And then I was getting in the song, and then I brought him up, and I was like, "We have one question for you. Will you guys be official?" And she's like, "Fucking obviously."
Yeah.
And then he went in for a kiss, like
Made out.
It was like
It was so fun. It felt like
so
They
it
could've
felt
done
like a
hand
movie
stuff.
moment, and
Yeah.
even just being in the audience, like the energy was electric. Like Kate and I were all the way in the back, and everyone around us was buzzing. Like,
Really?
That's what's gonna make you
Yes.
Oh,
so
man.
fucking famous. That people are gonna want to be in that energy, dude. I bet people are gonna start proposing at your shows.
We've already done that.
Have they done that?
Yeah, I got somebody trying to set one up for Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
There
that
it
is so fun.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
So, yeah.
So before,
Oh wait, go back real quick.
Yeah.
Just because we're going to talk. Are we continuing with talking about Netflix?
yeah, for a second, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then we'll get into stories. No, go.
I was just gonna say like the show I did on Saturday. I was telling you I didn't have to promote that show. It was like just the slot. They paid me a flat fee, but I did want to promote it. People did want to see me in LA, and I was like, fuck it, let's just do this, and let's like send a message that says, you know, Morgan can pull this many people into a show, and you know, so maybe next year they'll give me like a different kind of venue, or I mean, because like that was like 2,500 people,
Mhm.
and it, you know, I sold my show out like 4 months in advance at the Bourbon Room, so like if we're kind of scaling this up, maybe I could do the Greek Theater next year, which is like
I bet you could.
which
Ooh,
is like
that would be
6,000
so
people.
cool.
100%.
And with enough promotion,
100% you could. You
With-
did
with-
2,500 this time.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
could
plus
easily
the
get
300
6,000.
And
yeah.
on a Saturday at 3:30.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had like a
Easy.
Friday or Saturday spot at the Greek, I mean, I think I could probably I think I could for sure sell at least
For
half of
sure.
it pretty easily,
Yeah, you could.
and then you know,
There's like no doubt in my mind that you couldn't do that.
I think that'd be
Mhm.
pretty cool, and for a music show, I think that'd be a perfect spot for it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful venue.
So what's
Yeah,
the
Greek is-
secret? Is it not giving up? Is that what it is?
It's a little bit of that. It's like really just like working on being funny, and I say this all the time, like be the first person to buy a ticket to your show. Like
Okay.
you know, if you're a comic, ask yourself with the jokes you're writing or the show you're doing, would you buy a ticket to see that show? Like would you
Right. Okay.
would you sit through an hour of your show, you know, or an hour and a half? And like you got to really be honest with yourself. Like think of the comics that you like, you know, like who are you going to sit through? You know, I know a couple comics I'll sit through. I'll sit through Rory Scovel.
I love Rory.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll sit through
Rory in a
Nate
second.
Bargatze. I'll sit through Dave Chappelle, who I saw
Mhm.
in London a couple
Mhm.
weeks ago. I got to see him live, which is cool.
How much
Mhm.
time did he do?
How much time did he do?
Mm-hmm.
I think he did about an hour. I
Okay.
mean, the last like 10 or 15 minutes, I think he asked like what people wanted to talk about, and they said Israel and Palestine, and then
Okay.
kind of like all,
laugh a minute.
Funny.
kind of like all hell broke loose, and I left like 2 minutes before they cleared out. So,
Okay.
but I thought it was great. The stuff he's working on, I think, is great.
Would you buy a ticket to your own show?
Whoa.
Yeah, see, I'm giving you guys some existential crisis over here.
I know.
I know you really are.
because it will make you rethink your whole set and like what do you find funny?
I
Like,
don't know if I would.
and that's okay. And listen, that's a good thing to think.
Mm.
Or look, because there's times I'm watching like clips back and
Mhm.
I'm like, you know, and I'll post mid clips all the time,
Yeah.
but sometimes I'll be watching a clip,
Gotta feed the algorithm.
and I'll LOL, and I'll be like, damn, this is funny.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
have
Like
that
I-
too. Or I'm like,
Like,
yeah, okay.
yeah, I like it, you know. So if you could get
Yeah.
some of that, if you don't have any cringe watching yourself, if you could be pretty objective about it, like, it's not that good, that was good,
Mhm.
you know, I think, you know, that's a good place to be. And also remember, the person you're going to be on stage, if your career pops, is the person you're going to be the rest of your life. Right?
Oh.
So like if you're Larry the Cable Guy, you got to be Larry the Cable Guy the rest of your life. If you're Matt Rife,
Yeah.
you got to be Matt Rife the rest of your life. I
Yeah.
say Matt Rife because sometimes I feel like Matt is like, his crowd work is so funny. It's so good, but I want to hear him talk about like some personal shit. I want to hear him be
That's right.
talking about like,
Yeah.
were you bullied in school? Like what happened? Like what was that about? Like I want to hear about that shit, bro.
That's always what.
Like you don't got to be the cool hot guy all the time, bro.
I heard him talk on, I'm forgetting the podcast. I think it might have been with Tom Segura, but he was talking about some mommy issues that he had, and about how he bought his mom like this really nice house in Atlanta, and she was like, oh, and this is all you got me? Well, what about this? Well, I wanted a pool. Well, I wanted this. And he's like, damn, bitch, like I just bought you like a $2 million house. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
I would love to hear about that.
I want to hear more about that.
I would love to hear about that shit.
Yeah.
Throw her under the bus, drag her, dude.
Drag the
you
bitch,
bought her
dude.
house.
Right.
I'm saying.
That's what.
Yeah.
He'll get the pool filled in. Whatever. He'll buy a different house. He got the money.
He'll buy a house on top. Put a house on top of the house. With a pool on the top of the house. Yeah. That's always what draws me to comics the most, is like listening to them talk about like their personal things.
Yeah. I just started doing. Well, you didn't see that in the stage you saw me on Saturday. I have like 20 minutes of jokes about like, I'm talking about my mom and my spirituality and like not wanting to have kids. And
do you not want to have kids?
No.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. Lily and I have talked about it. I'm pretty sure we don't want to.
Really?
Gonna be porting those. Yeah.
Love Lily.
She's the best. Yeah.
She's the best. Yeah.
How long have y'all been together?
I'd say like 5 or 6 years now.
And has it been open the whole time?
Not the whole time, but there was when I started going out after the pandemic, and I don't think a lot of fans know, and I'm going to start workshopping this new bit because I don't like to talk about her in the shows. And I don't like to talk about her relationship in the shows.
Why? Because you think it's like off-putting to fans?
Well, so there's a couple reasons. I think like you saw my crowd. It's a lot of young, cute girls coming to the show. And like, I think there's a certain level of like, you want to project like a fantasy onto somebody on stage, right?
Absolutely.
And we know it. I know Instagram models who the minute they say they got a boyfriend, they lose like 10,000 followers.
As soon as I posted a picture of my boyfriend the other day, I lost like 300 followers in a second.
Yeah. So there's like a little part of that. And I want to like keep that fan base and keep like this like mystery. There's another part of like protecting her because there's going to be trolls who are going to come after her. And say, I'm like, I tell her, she's like, because I don't really post her. I'm like, I don't know if you want the smoke. Like no. people are gonna be in your DMs,
and they're gonna be awful.
Some of them might be nice, or some of them might be weird. Some of them be, but like, do you want that? Yeah, because I get it in my shit already too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the other thing is like we're open and like I still want to be fucking. It's like
that's on you, fucking Kate. But
but you know what I'm saying. So there's like another part. I mean, look, I've hung out with girls definitely where I'm like, yeah, I'm in an open relationship, and they're like, all right, I'm not with that. I'm like, all right, I'll see. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to like hook up on the road. I'm like 37 and I'm tired all the time now. So yeah. Unless something like really is easier falls into my lap, it's like,
and look at that.
But I don't be showing up to a city like, what's going on?
Yeah, like what's good? Yeah,
what's good? But like if somebody,
not deleting it.
Yeah, if somebody, there's been times where like I'll tell a girl like, I think you probably shouldn't come to the hotel because I don't think I think what you think is gonna happen is probably not like what. You like what's gonna happen is not what you're picturing in your head, right? You know what I'm saying?
Where it's gonna be like more like romantic and gonna have like a good relationship.
Some people will ask me like get drinks after a show, and it's like I was at a bar where they were serving drinks. Like I was the show, I was the party. Like I don't really like I don't want to go out to another bar. Yeah, especially if you have back-to-back shows. You're tired. Also, when I tour, I don't drink or smoke or do anything.
That's so good.
Right. That's really smart.
Because my voice, it fucks like alcohol dries you out. Yeah. Coffee dries you out.
And also, especially if you're doing crowd work, you probably want to be quick-witted.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes there is like a fine line where you can get a little bit loosey-goosey, but I don't want to be relying on that.
Yeah. Are you sober?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't have like a issue. You're not.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't have like. I don't have too many. I don't really have any vices. I as far as like fucking strangers every once in a while.
Yeah. Besides being in Fuckaholics Anonymous,
I did go to a slaw meeting.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
And did you hook up with someone?
That's where they go.
Yeah. No, I went to one a while ago when I thought I had a problem, but I was like, I don't know if this is me. I think I just got to go to therapy and figure out like some of my self-worth issues.
Yeah. I think a lot of
You
people
know?
do that. They like dip into slaw and they're like, maybe I really need this.
Because some people you see like really have fucking, when you look at an addiction, somebody was like,
I know some that are really bad.
yeah, like an addiction is something that kind of like either fucks up your financial world, your personal world, like addiction will get in the way of something that will make it brings chaos to your life,
Yeah.
right? To some aspect of your life.
It hinders your peace.
Yeah. So like if nothing is bringing absolute chaos to my life right now, then it's fine. Like I like to play poker now. That's in the last year I got really into poker. And everybody's freaked out that they're like my best friend is like, bro, you just got money, bro. And you just got money. Don't
so
gamble,
funny.
bro.
But who's your best friend?
I started comedy with him. He's a doctor now.
Oh, good for him.
Okay.
This is a good
for
example. He's honestly one of the funniest people. He's probably would have been one of the goated comics if he had kept doing it. He was he's so smart, so funny. And then we were like 5-6 years in. He was just like, bro, this lifestyle ain't for me, bro.
It's a
And
hard
honestly,
lifestyle.
I love that for people.
I
when they,
just
At least you could become a doctor. Fuck, if
yeah,
I
he went back to
stopped.
school, became a doctor. He's gonna be the funniest doctor. He's like, gonna
Yeah,
be
he's
chill.
gonna be great.
He's
He's
gonna
like
kill it.
married. He has a house in Oakland. He's like living a life.
one
He's
of
like,
my close friends, I started stand up with him 8 years ago, and then eventually he was like, this lifestyle is kind of ugly, and I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of insidious behavior, and I'm not going to be around it. And I love my girlfriend now, who's his wife. They have a family together, they have a big house in Houston, and he coaches for the NBA.
you see, and that's what
And I
I'm
said,
saying.
you know
like,
what? And I love that.
like I think it takes more courage to walk away from a dream
Yeah.
or like acknowledge that maybe like this wasn't it. Then
So yeah.
to like be 20 years in and be like absolutely fucking miserable. Because when I started, I was like, you got 10 years. Wow. I was like, because I started at around 19, 20. I was like, if you got 10 years to make money, if you can't make money doing this switch it up.
And then you hit 10 years. And
And then like
still not
30
making money.
came around. I did my first NACA.
Oh
I
yeah,
booked
you were
like-
doing NACA,
I
yeah,
booked
yeah,
like
which is
40
college touring.
I booked like 40 schools. And then I booked a couple commercials. And every year it's been a little bit more, and just like reinvesting and, figuring other stuff out. I got like my special that I put out last year, I spent about 30-40 grand on that. I don't really think I made any of the money back like on that hard piece of content, but it got me past it, such and such a club. It sold tickets. It raised my profile a little bit. I got me into like some, it did some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Are you past at the Comedy Store?
No. Which also like I'm past at the Improv. I always have a home at the Improv. They'll always let me go up there, and I can go up at the store too.
You'll get past there, I'm sure, in the next year.
I mean, I literally was at JFL last year,
yeah.
in line for waiting for a drink with Emily, who's the booker there.
Yeah.
And so like we were talking. I think I went on stage or I was about to close, and we were just talking. And she's like, "Yeah, just come hang out. Just come hang out." And in my head, I'm like, "No."
Yeah, it's a hard place to hang out at. It's
Oh yeah, I
Also, you're so busy too, so you're probably like, I could do that, but also you're like touring. And
Yeah,
I'll sell
like-
out the main room or some shit. I'll just book it for my off, like,
Right.
not as a,
I know that's fucking right.
you know what I mean? Like, just give me the main room. I'll fucking sell it out.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of cool. It's like I'll just,
Yeah.
But there's just the reason I prefer the Improv is just because the parking is so much easier at the Improv.
Dude, the parking is so
It's literally
bad.
like,
And
otherwise
there
I
you
go
go.
to otherwise.
so bad.
Also when I first moved to LA, the potluck really like left a nasty taste in my mouth.
I've been
Honey,
trying.
it's just like
I've been trying to go do. I like submitted for it this week, and I'm like, is this really what I want to be doing? Because the last time I did it, I
Yeah.
bombed so bad, and I was like, I fucking hate this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's different now. So now you email on Fridays,
Yeah.
and then you find out if you get it on Mondays.
and
and-
listen to this. The one time I did do it,
Mhm.
I got in. Adam Egget,
Yeah.
who was the booker at the time,
Yeah.
he stayed. He was in the room the whole time. The minute I got on stage, he walked out,
No.
and I just was like,
And look at you now.
Okay.
And look at you now. Okay. So let's get into our fucking stories. Do you have anything what are you afraid of? What are you most afraid of in your life?
Me?
Yeah.
Um,
Or
Being
fears,
monogamous.
just
No, I'm just
what-
kidding.
Anything that kind of
uh,
comes to mind.
I mean, obviously, like getting somebody pregnant by accident.
That would suck.
Valid.
I'm
Lily
pulling
always
out.
says, she's like, the one, just like, I don't. She's like, I'm not really worried about you. I'm just worried about your fucking fans, like trying to trap you or some shit.
Yeah.
No,
You are literally a scaby, but
I had scabies.
How do you get rid of them?
It was a
Okay,
nightmare.
not that.
I got it from my roommate.
Okay.
enchanting.
And it was a nightmarish thing.
How long did it last?
Dude, it was like a year-long saga.
No.
Yeah.
Did you get them on your fucking penis?
I got them everywhere.
Really?
And then Lily got it. My mom got it. My
No.
nephews got it.
Okay.
How did you get rid of it?
It's kind of like
You
a cool
gotta
club.
put like this cream on you. You
Yep.
gotta like wash your. It's like the problem is like we were at an apartment that had like carpeted floors
Mm-hmm.
and like scabies. For those of you who don't know what scabies are, they're like bed bugs, but in your skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
In your skin.
Yummy, yummy.
So
Did you have to take antibiotics for it too?
No. You so essentially you get like totally naked.
Yeah, and you put
You
all
put this
this cream on.
from head to toe,
Uh-huh.
and then you then you gotta like wash your sheets, and you gotta like leave the cream on for 24 hours.
Yep.
You gotta make sure and then you gotta do it 1 week later, the same thing.
Yep.
And then hopefully it's done. Like 95, it works like 95% of the time.
And you had it for a
Okay.
year.
But like for the year after that, like I don't know if I had it, but every time I was like traumatized because the itching that I had was like it was just like terrifying because you could see like the rash on your hands and, and all you can think is like there's literal bugs.
Yeah.
There's like literal insects in there like eating my skin.
It's so
Oh
itchy.
my
And
God.
yeah.
It's like literal insects.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
Ugh.
afraid of getting
Okay,
scabies
so who just got
again.
horny?
Yeah.
Nonstop.
But yeah, no, it's just like that being, by the way, talking about hooking up with strangers, that being said, I get tested like very, 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 very frequently.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear that, guys?
And you could like buy shit over the counter too now.
You
And,
hear
like,
that,
get at home-
guys?
you could do like at home tests and all that shit. So
So he's strapped.
Okay.
yeah, so you know,
So
Strapped.
you're not getting anything.
no, I'm aside from getting cold sores and herpes on my mouth, like that's
Yeah, it's a class. Everybody's got it.
Yeah.
they don't
honestly-
they don't even test for that shit anymore.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
no.
just get that.
You know,
Also-
but also I now like because I am always like in front of people, like I take stuff for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you
What is it
just-
called? Valcyclovir?
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
just
take.
it, and that way you don't have to like really worry
Yeah.
about it. You know,
God, fucking cold sores suck.
they really do because and people really be thinking like you're like tainted or
They
something.
be thinking you're
Yeah.
nasty. Every time I would
Yeah.
post shit about having one, people would be like, nasty bitch. I'm like, I got this.
Yeah.
I've had this since I was 4.
Yeah, and also like mad respect to the people who get it and like do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
because when I get it, I like disappear. I'm totally insecure and a hermit, and I like disappear.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So
I get them so bad on my bottom lip. It'll take
Yeah.
over. Ugh, it's so
Yeah.
ugly.
Wow.
yeah, dude, it's rough. It's frustrating.
It is.
I dated a girl for 3 years who had genital herpes, but I never got. We hit raw.
Because
and I
it's
never
only
got it.
contagious if there's a flare up. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you talk to
Yeah.
a doctor about it, they'll be like, yeah, if they take medicine every day, the chances of you getting it are like less than. You're more likely to get struck by lightning or some shit like that.
Okay, hell yeah.
So,
It's honestly really cool.
Pretty rare.
yeah, so it's just kind of Anyway,
Nice.
So basically, all fun hot people have some form of herpes.
I'm deeply afraid of being infertile. That's like one of my
really,
biggest
do you want to have a
fears.
kid?
I think so, yeah.
She wants to be
Really?
a mommy, Anna.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would like the option. If I found out that
Really?
I was infertile, I would.
But did you freeze your eggs?
No, I
No,
donated
she
them.
sold
You
them.
donated them.
I donated
So there's
them.
some little
How-
honks running around.
How many did you sell? How many?
I
eggs did
think
you
they
sell?
pulled 28 out of me.
And how much did you get for that?
10K.
Mm.
Which honestly,
If I was your agent, I could have got you more.
yeah, and you should
I
have.
could have negotiated a better deal
You
for you.
should have. I should have. Honestly, you should get like 17 to 20K for what that process is like and what it does to your
Yeah.
body and your mind. It
Really?
was 10K was not enough for what.
How long did it take?
A couple of months, but the
10K for a couple months.
But the full process itself takes about 2 weeks. But like the whole thing is like you have to go get a bunch of blood work done, do testing, talk to doctors, and then it's like they
and
put
then
you
give
on
your
hormones.
eggs away, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
the person who uses your eggs, like
It was
do
a
they feel-
family. It was
do they feel like a fraud?
who knows?
Whoa.
The woman wrote a really nice note to me. She's a 44-year-old woman, and she's like, "I've never been able to have kids, and my husband and I are so grateful."
And she gave you some cute presents as well.
yeah, things
My-
that I would never wear, but
Really?
We have a
Mhm.
friend that first sold her eggs, and it wasn't 28; it was like a smaller amount. But she got 10K, and then sold it. She sold them 3 times, and each time
It
it, went
goes
up by
up.
like 7,000.
yeah, it goes up each time.
So how does that sound to
Yeah.
you, Mr. Agent?
Well, I mean, I tried to donate sperm with it, but I have a history of like cancer and diabetes in my family.
Oh,
so
shit.
they
And
were,
also
like,
for sperm, what you get like $50.
men are so undervalued.
Or-
nowadays.
And more
And you
on
can
that.
and you can run that
Yeah.
back. That's so true.
Okay.
Men are so undervalued.
Speaking for the kings.
What are you afraid of?
Um,
What's like your top fear?
I wish I had something cool and fun to say. Like,
Oh, can I have one more? I just really
Of
want to. I just
course.
really.
Yeah, please.
I feel like I won't be able to like take care of my mom before, like, you know, really take care of her before she dies.
That's
Ooh,
really nice.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I really would like to be in a position to like I'm making good money, but I want to have like the fuck you money where I could be like, what do you need, mom?
You want to have Matt Rife.
You want to have
money.
Matt Rife money.
I would like
And
to
don't
have
we
Matt Rife
all?
house money.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Okay, that kind of coincides with something. Okay. So what I was initially going to say, and what I'm still going to say, is, I think, truthfully, my biggest fear right now is not making it.
Yeah, it's
and,
really
and
scary.
it's been really weighing on me. I'm just coming off of being sick, so I was just like trapped inside for a week.
And then you're like watching and scrolling, and everybody's
And everybody's at the fucking Comedy Store
Yeah,
selling blah blah
and
blah,
then-
blah, blah. Post Malone's everywhere.
And like
Everybody's
we hung out at the store together like one night, or just like the other night, and I felt like, I don't know, I felt kind of like a fraud being there, and I'm like, oh God,
I know.
you know, and then all the dark thoughts, I'm trying to like quell
I'll
them
tell
right
you
now.
what, when I was posting all my clips online, I mean, I know there was comics talking shit about me, and I know people don't like that. I mean, people are gonna talk shit, and they're gonna make you
no
feel
matter
bad about
what,
it.
it's like how it's
And
always
it's
You
been.
can
like,
just
you
have to
really-
rise above.
You really like gotta believe, like, just if you like the shit that you do,
Mhm.
like it's it's hard to say because it's easier for me to say this because I've been doing it so long and like I'm doing well now, but like it's not gonna matter in the long run. And once you do start doing well, you're not even gonna talk shit about other people. It's like not even gonna matter anymore.
Right. It doesn't
I think
matter.
that's a true
Right.
sign of
Yeah,
success
yeah, yeah.
because when you're actually successful, you're not constantly shitting on everyone. And if you
Yeah.
are constantly talking shit about someone, that just it's illuminating your insecurities in
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right. That's so
Absolutely.
true.
I'm trying to write a bit about that. Like when you hate, like people love to fucking hate. I know Cat Williams has like a hater bit, but like I want to work on that's like, you know. But going back to what you were saying, like, you know, worried about you're not gonna make it. And then like
Mhm.
if you don't, but also like if you don't, then at least you like did this shit. Because there's some person who works at Wells Fargo in Wisconsin who wanted to do what you did and never even fucking tried.
Mhm.
And then they hit their wife. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's so
absolutely
true.
right.
And they take it out on their wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do. They,
know what I'm
they
saying?
make
And
the
then they
shit
have
out
bad
of
Or
their
the
kids.
kids, or they get fucking
Yeah.
wasted.
And those are the people that are like always negatively commenting on your shit anyway. That are like, you're not funny, you suck. It's like,
with the Oceanside sunglasses and the backwards cap.
Yes,
That's really
you know,
bad.
it's always that.
videos.
And then you click on
really
their
that,
page and it's
yeah.
God first.
And they have,
Yeah.
they got first, and they have zero posts.
Yeah. yeah. It's like, it's always
oh my
that.
god, man! These
Yeah.
comments. I mean, I get comments every once in a while, like this dude's a fucking. This guy sucks. I mean, I posted on Reddit the other day. They were like, this guy can't write a fucking joke, and I'll be the first one to throw hate at myself. I post clips. I'm like, this isn't good, but I gotta post it anyway.
Absolutely.
I don't give a shit.
That's the amount of times that I've had to do that where you just make content just to make content because you're like, I got to put out something,
Yeah.
But I will tell you this for a little advice when you're posting. Just on a side note,
please.
Mhm.
I tell my editor now, like the moment you feel like swiping away, cut that out.
Ooh.
Got it.
All right. So
Interesting.
the
That's a
moment you
good
feel
note.
like swiping away, cut that shit out.
Good note. That's a
Okay.
really
Alright.
good note.
That's a great note.
Because you know how, because you consume it.
Yeah.
So imagine, think about how you consume. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's true. That's a
you
good
know.
note.
Okay, businessman and entertainer.
We've
Yeah.
got
and
this,
that's what you have to be.
We've got this one from Morgan.
Okay.
Hi, my name is blank. I went to Morgan's show in DC on March 15th. My best friend took me for my birthday because we share the ultimate love for him.
Okay.
Oh.
We drove from New Jersey just for one night to see the show. That's how much we love him.
Yeah, people really be traveling.
We go to DC. It's pretty late. We got dressed and we went to grab some food at a bar, pre-gamed a little bit, and then headed to the show. At this point, we were pretty tipsy, and I have to admit, we didn't really eat, and I only weigh 100.
Was this girl thrown out? Was she kicked out?
We'll see. She only weighs 107
I
pounds,
think she
so
was vaping,
skinny.
and she might be Indian. I think I know which girl you're talking about.
So not eating took a hit for me. When we get in, we sit down, and we're pretty close to the front. The waiter comes over and asks us if we would like anything, so we get more drinks as we look at the menu. Here's where it starts to get a little blurry for me. I remember interacting with all of the openers and them making jokes at me, but when Morgan gets on stage, I believe I was heckling him, but I can't remember.
Yeah, she was. She
By-
was like not in like a negative way, but yeah.
Just like yelling out.
So you know who this is.
think
By
so.
this time, I was blasted. They basically told me I need to shut up, and so my friend took me to the bathroom. When I was in the stall, I called my boyfriend, and he said I was talking to him, and all of a sudden, I just dropped. I hit my head on the toilet and passed out for a minute.
Oh my God.
When my friend
Jesus.
When my friend found me, we were being kicked out because we were in there too long, so we had to leave, and either her or I could enjoy the show, so I feel bad, but I don't remember much. Only pictures and videos, and even my boyfriend, who was in New Jersey to recollect some things. Anyway, I had to drive home with what I would find out the next day, a concussion.
Oh, good.
These bitches out here getting concussions for you.
Yeah, this comic opened for me. She was saying how like girls show up to my shows like, so these girls show up to shows like made up, wax, like prime for the show. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Yeah.
I had severe headaches and could barely see, but my friend couldn't drive and no one could come get us. All in all, I wish there was some footage to help me see what happened more that night. Morgan, we love you in all caps, and I'm extremely sorry. P.S. I also sent a DM.
Oh.
Did she? I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I get a
okay.
lot of DMs now, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. What she was doing, she was off. I had a really bad allergy situation. The cherry blossoms, my eyes were all fucked up, and it looked like I was high the whole weekend.
Oh my God.
And so I guess she thought I was high and like was offering me a hit of her vape pen and like yelling out like, "You want a vape pen?" And then
Do you have it recorded?
yeah, I mean I don't have her on camera, but
Okay.
we have a copy of the show for sure.
Yeah.
But but now I send the footage to my editor. I don't even watch the shows anymore. He just clips it up.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean I remember that, and that's fine. I mean, it's funny. I was in London and I had 5 sold out shows there, but I had 2 at this theater, and a guy, I guess, like I don't know if he was out with he was in the lobby with his girlfriend, like he was like I don't know if he was drunk or he was like lightheaded or something, but he was sitting there like totally borderline unconscious, and his girl was like, "Hey babe, are you okay? Like what's going on?" And I said, "Listen, I know you guys aren't gonna be able to see the show, but I think it's really funny if I take a photo with him right now."
That's so funny. That's so funny.
And like, he was like there passed out, and I was like,
Oh my God.
So I'll see it later and be like, "What the fuck?"
That is so funny.
I love taking photos with fans, and I don't mind. I got approached at like 5 a.m.
Oh, of course, yeah.
at Burger King. You're doing this so long now. Like, if I got the success I have now 10 years ago, I feel like I'd be a piece of shit asshole.
That's why I feel like it comes when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know?
I just say I don't think I'm like that, but I feel like I would have been like a little, because at that time
you're younger, you're cockier.
you're like, why I should deserve this.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 funny.
Mm-hmm.
Why this person,
Yeah.
But then eventually you're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
stop that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not healthy. That is not a productive thought process.
Right.
Just make your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
100%.
Literally.
Do you?
I have this one. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I am a 26-year-old female who is still afraid of the dark. My partner is well aware of this fact and is about to.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
well
she's
aware
a
of this
loser.
I'm
fact
just kidding.
and is about to lose relationship privileges by continuing to fuel my fear. Every now and then, when we are getting ready for bed, turning off all the lights in the house, he will start talking to Trevor,
That's
the
so
hopefully
funny.
imaginary man in the attic, and saying to me he's going to watch us and our son as we sleep. My woke self tries not to have a conniption and punch him so hard in the nuts that our hopes of having a second child will be null and void. So I yell at him instead and try to calm my nerves. But it's too late. I can just feel Trevor's eyes, who is definitely not real, watching me intently. Every night, I question whether or not to yeet my partner in the attic and lock him in there.
Yeah.
Yeet. To yeet
You
my
should yeet
partner.
your partner into the attic.
Yeah, and lock him in there and see how long it would take him to stop fucking with me. Wow.
No.
Dude, I'm so afraid of the dark. I fucking can't.
Yeah, I have this whole bit now about I know I'm a spiritual person because at night before bed I close all the closets.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
You
can't
have
sleep
to.
if the closet door is
You
open.
can't. Because
It sickens
because
me.
demons will come out.
Because
and
the
fuck you.
demons
Straight up.
are in there. Dude, being out in the dark in the middle of the night is so fucking scary.
I mean, we all did that. You all saw that meme when you throw the garbage out at night and then you run back.
Yeah.
You run back to because there's like a I forgot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
guy was getting chased.
Yeah. When I was little, I remember I used to have to run down my hallway and stare at the ground because I was like, there's something fucking chasing me.
Yeah.
And there
know
probably
it.
was.
There was.
What was that movie? Like The Boogeyman or something, where if you
Candyman?
don't have the covers all the way pulled up on you, then monsters can come and grab you.
Oh,
So
is
I
that
still
real?
kind of believe that.
I'm really afraid
Well,
of zombies.
I cover when I sleep, I cover my ear.
Why are you afraid of
Mhm.
mites?
I still I don't know.
Goblins?
When I was a kid, I had this notion that aliens would come dissect your brain or some shit.
Oh, okay.
And
Or
so
a
I
ghost will
always-
tell you a secret.
Yeah,
Stay vigilant.
So I always stayed under the cover, but then that kind of wasn't sustainable because you can't breathe as well under the cover. So
It's so real.
That's
so now I
true.
just put a little t-shirt over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleepy boy.
Yeah.
Gotta cover
man.
those ears. Okay, here.
I travel with a pillow.
Hell yeah. Don't read her name, but there you go.
Okay. Life ruining fear. This girl's cute. So it seems.
Yeah, she sent pictures, so it seems.
I'm writing in to tell you about my life-ruining fear of rejection. I'm 35, virtually no friends, not close, nor close with anyone in my family, and I'm constantly alone due to fear of rejection. I know you're going to tell me to just ask anyone to hang out, like literally anyone, but I fear that my anxiety from all of this must make me awkward or weird in some way, because the few times that I do work up the courage, I'm constantly turned down.
Aw.
So I almost don't even try anymore. Life is pretty hard because of it. I don't get it. I'm pretty cool, hot and fun-loving chick. A hot, fun-loving chick. My sense of she sounds like a guy from Dubai. Like,
Yeah.
hi, I'm very cool. Come be my princess. I'm fun guy.
Yeah.
Hot chick.
No, I'm pretty cool, hot, fun-loving chick. My sense of style and humor is honestly exactly like Gabby's. I'm also a musician and have been singing and performing since I was a teenager, and I've been working hard to pursue my dream of releasing a solo project by the end of this year. But the challenge always lies in being so upset to work on my music because of being upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
This has been the hardest year of my life in this regard. That being said, I freaking love your podcast. You two are honestly what I look forward to every week. And someday I hope to have 2 honks of my own to hang out with every week, just like you guys. What are honks?
That's what we call each
Unfortunately,
other.
that's us.
That's you? That's what they call you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two really keep me going. Please keep doing what you're doing. You guys are honestly saving my life.
I mean,
Wow.
the
That's
fear,
beautiful.
That's cute.
the fear of rejection and like social anxiety
That's
is real. It's so real.
I have people. I had a girl come to my show in Amsterdam with her mom, and after she took a photo.
She's so
of me-
pretty. Yeah, she's like
Let me see her.
she's like very hot.
Yeah, she's
Let me see. Oh, she's gorge.
she's got talent.
Yeah, she's hot. Okay.
Yeah. She so this girl came to my show with her mom in Amsterdam, and she was like, I have terrible social anxiety, and like I never go out, and like this is the only thing like I've come out for, and I'm so grateful that like I came to your show, you know. So I do, and people are afraid to come alone. I actually say this during the pre-show announcements. I go like, hey, if you're here alone, don't worry, you're not. You're here with me and everybody else. We're gonna have a great time
Look
tonight.
at that.
Oh.
You know, and it's like
Mhm.
I get where she's coming from. Does she want advice, or are we just like kind of
You just kind of talk about whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's just I know like that social anxiety is so fucking real. I mean, I have it too.
I think maybe like exposure therapy would work for her. If you see my videos, I mean, I'm really like harassing people to sing.
Yeah.
You really, I
But you
love
s-
those though. Like when the person is too shy to sing, and you're just like,
Yeah.
come on, and then
But
finally
you
they
see
do
them sing,
it.
they laugh, they
Mhm.
smile and they laugh afterwards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. I get, you know
So-
how she's like, you're going to just tell me to go make a friend or go ask somebody to hang out. And I get why you also don't want to do that. It is fucking scary, but it's like we get in our way of our happiness. Like the only person that's getting in the way right now is you.
Well, Kate said one time, I forget when she said it, but she was like, "It's okay if you're scared to do something, but just do it scared."
It's literally
I was like,
contrary
literally.
action. You just have to do exactly what you don't want to do.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what they say in AA is like, you just always have to take contrary action.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that you don't think would help
Yeah,
is usually.
I definitely you gotta wear like a suit that's like a metaphorical suit.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too big for you, so you can grow into
That's so
also
true.
life is
Look
so
at that.
short too. It's like
Yeah.
it in the grand scheme, hardly
You're gonna-
anything matters. So
No,
just
You're
it.
going to die and then nobody's going to remember
if she was-
anything.
and if she wasn't scared of that, it'd be something else.
mhm.
It would be.
You're gonna be scared of something.
It's also easy to like stay scared because it keeps you in a way like confined, like it keeps you feeling safe because you know, like, oh, if I just stay isolated, nothing can hurt me. And I think that is what she's saying is like the
and you
more
can
I just
become addicted to it as well.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It's easy to stay isolated.
Okay, we're literally geniuses. What's going on?
Birth in public
But
speaking.
you know, just know like you seem cool. We loved your email. You're very attractive as well, and you sing music. It's like you know you're doing a lot of things. I mean, like you should be really proud of yourself at the very least. You know. I
Look
don't
at
know.
that.
Maybe
I
hop
tell
on
you-
like Discord, make some online friends. Fuck.
No, really, play video
Wow.
games with people, or like I just noticed this really cute fake plant wall. Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
cute.
That's
right?
where we do it when we don't have a guest.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, she's gonna be all right. I feel like she's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
We hope so.
there's like
Unless we find
hentai
out that she
chat
kills
rooms.
herself in like a year. But
Oh.
if she doesn't,
She made it this far. She's 35.
35, you're
Oh,
right.
she's 35. Yeah, no, she's
She's
great.
halfway through.
Yeah,
She is halfway through. You're
Just
right.
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know
Most
that's
of
right.
us are.
God, isn't that true?
Too real.
Yeah.
Okay. Birth and public speaking. Hey, honks. Right now I'm 8 months pregnant, and pregnancy and birth has always been one of my biggest fears. Unfortunately, I'm not a wealthy, soulless, blood-sucking creature who can afford a surrogate. So I am forced to do my own labor. Okay, not her dragging surrogates.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Well, hey.
The time is nearing, and every day is like I'm walking slowly towards a monster. I can't imagine. I feel like giving birth is so fucking scary.
That's really horrifying.
Yeah.
But then women do it so often. You're like, it's.
I mean, you know about the tears?
Yeah, it's the tears your fucking
we know about the
pussy
damn
to your
tears.
butthole.
It tears to your fucking butthole, and everyone
Tier
poops during
1,
it.
tier 2, tier 3,
Ah,
tier 4.
Yeah.
but then the doctors can sew you extra tight, which is nice.
And they can.
you can ask them to put an extra stitch in
It's
so your
called the
pussy's
husband
nice and
stitch.
tight.
It's called a what?
the husband stitch.
To make your pussy nice and tight.
Whoa.
Virginal.
Virgin, yeah.
Oh shit! Can you get that even without giving birth?
I should look into
Yeah,
it.
you actually
I
can.
honestly
No, I
should
know you
look
can.
into
You,
it.
you can get
Can
you
you?
can you can yeah.
I wouldn't mind being a little tighter.
But here's the gag of it all: they can make your outside tighter, but
the
then when you
inside
enter,
can't.
the inside is still gonna be.
it's flopping around.
Yeah.
But after your first kid, it mostly because the vagina is a muscle, so it'll just mostly contract back to
Yeah.
about the same.
I wonder-
It's after your second and your third kid that things start getting.
Do you
from
think
what I've
that
heard.
fucking insane woman, the 17 kids and counting, or like 47 kids, and whatever the fuck, do you think her pussy is just like,
I think she's all
wrecked?
pussy now.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
I think it's just
How?
tunnel.
It's just tunnel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, is there
Damn.
any grip? Is there anything? Like, I wonder how that fucks your body up.
No, she's gonna have to hook up with
I heard
beer
it.
can.
I was listening to a podcast today
Have
where
you seen the? Sorry,
they were talking about the guy with the biggest penis in the world, and he's
you're talking to him.
Yeah, she's talking.
12. I think he said 12 inches long and 8 inches around
Oh,
in England.
Oh boy.
And he went
In
to Oxford.
England,
Yeah, he
eh?
went to Oxford.
wow.
And he's
I can get a penis reduction.
he said he doesn't want to.
That's crazy.
8 inches around. That's
Yeah. I'm
insane.
trying to think what mine is.
Probably about
7.
8 inches around.
Nah, Lily knows. We've literally measured it so many countless times, like with a piece of rope, and then we put the rope. You get the right.
Do you guys remember when you showed me a video of you guys having sex?
Did we both at this? Were we there together?
Yes, we were.
And what'd you think?
Yeah, great. It was really good. It was really good.
Thank you.
We were sitting in the back of the car, and Lily was like, "Do you want to watch a video of us having sex?" I said, "Why not?"
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, you do have a lot of fun.
And that's cute and
We
wholesome.
started biting, dude. Love the biting.
Really?
I don't know why we didn't do that sooner.
Whoa.
What do you- what do you
latch
bite?
on. I like latch on to her like a fucking cat.
Really?
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, like she'll be on her stomach, and then I'll get on
What
top
do you
of her.
bite?
I bite like this fucking part right here, like this fleshy part right here.
Do you like it when she does it to you?
No.
Oh, you
Oh,
just
okay.
like to bite.
As a matter of fact, I was on tour with this girl. If you want some tea,
I do.
Yeah, we do.
this girl we were hooking up, and she started choking me like early on in the making out process, and
Oh.
I was like, no, stop.
Okay.
I'm the dominant one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And,
You like to dom.
and,
Okay.
and I've tried to be the other person, and it just like really doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But if you're the dominant person, then that's cool. We don't have to hook up. Like it just might not work. And like
So you like subs?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also don't like the kind of sub that like, I mean, I've done that kind of where I've done the kind of sex where like there's like two different ways to be submissive, right? There's
Okay.
like you like force submission,
Mhm.
If
Like
he doesn't-
as a dom, you would force submission.
like CNC. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Uh-huh.
Right. And then there's like good girl, do what daddy tells you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're you know, I'm
Okay.
gonna teach you how to be a good little.
Because I need
Whatever.
lessons in how to be sub like that. Because the guy that I'm
Yeah.
seeing is more dom. So I'm like,
Are
I've
you
never.
Not, are you not so?
I think I am. I think I definitely am. But I like.
Don't
I'm
you wanna be a good girl?
So in my. I do.
Oh
and
my
I'm so
God,
in
I
my
can't-
head about
Don't
it.
you want to be a good girl?
Yeah, I do. I want to be.
daddy?
I do want to be a good girl for daddy.
Yeah.
So I have
This
to
is
like
fact.
get out of my head.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to like relax
Just do what he
into
tells
it.
you.
Well, I feel like don't you want to keep making bits? That's like I feel like what you
I'm
said.
trying not to keep making bits. I'm trying to like not laugh because I'm so insecure.
What do you mean? Bits about what?
It's just because I'll like, I get in my head and I'm like, how do I like stay present during this instead of like laughing,
Mm.
and like not taking it seriously.
Well, because
Do you guys
you
role play or something?
No,
Oh, right.
no.
That's fun too.
Is it fun?
I love it.
well,
Yeah. I've got some things to figure out with this
Yeah.
dom
what's your
sub shit.
favorite role play?
I mean,
Sister, brother.
student teacher
Yeah.
is really fun.
Mhm.
Okay. You never
Um,
do like Jeff Bezos.
No, those get
Homeless
creepy.
woman and Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
P. Diddy and Usher.
Yeah.
Okay.
nice.
No.
Drake and Kendrick.
Student teacher.
That's a fun one.
There's there's like I'll pretend to be like a lawyer hiring this I'd be like, so we have late nights here. I got a wife and kids, and I never get to see him.
Uh-huh.
Like, are you going to be cool staying late at the office?
Do you do this with Lily?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a really fun one.
Wait, okay, because this reminds me, I took
and you know, I'm a classically trained actor, so I really get into the role.
Look at
Okay,
you.
yeah, 'cause you're ready for Netflix.
Look at you.
Well, I keep doing all these podcasts, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna be up for some show in Disney, and one
And
of
they're
these
gonna
things
see this.
and it's gonna but the thing is, like that's okay because I would rather people know who I am.
Yeah.
Than like, you know,
Find out in some
find
weird
out like,
secret.
oh, Morgan does some weird shit. I
Right.
don't know. It's like, well, everybody does.
Everybody
Yeah.
does.
That's so true.
It's
true.
The fun people do.
Yeah, some of y'all just do missionary your whole life. Like that's weird too.
It's
That
so
is-
that's
that
even
is
weirder.
fucking
That's
weird.
more
Hampton-
sinister.
That's repressed.
Hampton Yin, who we don't see as often, but I remember a long time ago he had a joke. He's like, you know what's fucking kinky? Falling in love and like making another human being. You fucking freaks. Like,
that's
and then
funny.
raising it. Like what
That's
a
so
weird.
funny.
What kind of kink is that?
That's
It
so
was
funny.
like putting in that context, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. So okay, I took what is that sleeping pill?
Ambien.
Ambien.
Yeah.
I took Ambien one time, and I didn't know that if you stayed awake, it like made you hallucinate.
Mhm.
And I did
Some people
that.
do that on purpose.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that, and I stayed out, and I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time, and I got I like blacked out. But I remember the next day he's like, "Do you remember what you were saying?" And I was like, "No," and he was like, "You were like trying to role play
Mm.
this whole time for like an hour." And you were saying the craziest shit, and I was like, "Does that mean that's like what's deep inside of
I
me?"
mean, I'll tell you what. One time, my ex-girlfriend, she was on Ambien, and we were hooking up, and she gave me like some of the best head. Like,
Are you
on
serious?
Ambien, yeah.
Whoa.
Sometimes when I give head, like when I'm like really tired and sleepy,
Yeah,
like I give good head. I don't know what it is. Like you're like I don't know,
sloppy tongue.
you're just like a little bit loosey goosey, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
You're like that's fine.
Yeah,
Feeling free to try new things.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, let's
yeah.
wrap this story up.
Sorry,
Okay.
No, it's great. So okay,
I said too much.
no, you didn't.
No,
It's
honestly,
perfect.
just the right amount.
The time is nearing every day, and it's okay. I'm a torn monster. I'm scared of pain, so I'm getting an epidural, but I'm also scared of the pain of the contractions beforehand and the epidural itself. The doctors and midwives chuckle when I say, "Clear out the pain medication closet. I want it all." But I'm not joking, bitch. I'm scared of having a bunch of strangers being elbow deep in my pussy, staring into the black hole of my vagina. I'm scared of bleeding profusely afterwards. I'm scared of birth complications. That's really scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm scared of the healing process. I'm scared of being a total bitch and snapping on my loved ones from the stress of it all. People say when you hold your baby, it'll all be worth it. But right now, I don't know that feeling. So it's all just impending dread. That's so real. And I don't think people talk about that enough.
Mm-hmm.
And public speaking. Last time I had to public speak was at my sister's wedding. I literally said, I'm not great at this
This is
kind
the
of
same
thing.
girl?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm not great at this kind of thing. So I'm going to keep it short. Welcome to the family, and ran off stage and out the door.
That's real.
So the one thing I'll say is that I think it's proven that like you pass on certain qualities to your child psychologically. Is like all these genetic things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if your pregnancy, if during your pregnancy, like look, I'm not a woman. I never have given birth. Let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. I feel like there's no way that the anxiety this person is feeling and the fear, like the baby's feeling that too.
Yeah,
And I'm just saying like
it's true.
if not, I don't want to tell this woman what to do because I'm not a woman, but like
No, tell her
if
what
there's
to
a way
do.
if there's a way you could like mitigate that anxiety and fear without medication, that way your baby comes out
Yeah.
hella chill and not anxious and
Do
and
breath
stressed
work
out.
and meditate.
Yeah, I mean, because everything you're feeling, that little brain inside of them is also feeling.
It's pumping them.
Because it's
full
like when
of-
you're anxious, like your whatever cortisol levels are
Cortisol,
raised.
yeah.
So like I'd imagine that would raise it in everywhere in your body.
Totally.
Right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
your baby would feel that too, and I don't know.
Yeah,
So
they do. They say like anxious mothers during pregnancy. It fucks them up.
Yeah. Well,
And
guess
that's
what? It's
my-
fucking hard. But I wish you could just give birth unconscious
And knock me
safely.
out, right?
Just knock me the fuck out.
I guess they can.
But I don't want to ever have to do
All
that.
right, you guys. All right, C-section or vaginal birth?
C-section.
Mm.
I was a C-section. Give me. I'll take a C-section.
C-section.
I'm not trying to fuck.
Because
Up.
they take your fucking guts out.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They put them on the
What's crazy
table.
about your guts is that the intestines, if you just throw them back in, like
Yeah.
they'll figure out where to go.
Isn't that great? Yeah, they do.
Whoa.
They just
They like move around and like figure out how to like fit in your body and shit.
Yeah, it's like its
Yeah.
own little animal.
Yeah.
I'm not ripping open my pussy. This thing already looks fucked up enough. I'm not
Whoa.
fucking it up anymore.
Okay,
I'm
girl.
not doing it.
That's a
I got
boundary.
lips.
me
I'm
see.
not. All right. No, I've got big old fucking pussy lips. So
When you watch like somebody like Nikki, Lily and I were watching her do special,
mm-hmm.
and she was talking a lot about her pussy in it.
Yeah.
Nikki Glaser?
Yeah, I was watching her. So I love Nikki Glaser. I think
Me
she's
too.
absolutely
I thought
hilarious.
the newest one was her best one.
The one that just came out this weekend.
Yeah.
We didn't finish it. We were
It just came out.
literally came
Okay.
out because it was the Tom Roast Brady.
Tom Brady roast. Yeah.
Fucking
Roast
she
Brady.
absolutely like stole the whole show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, murdered.
And so I think it was just timing wise.
And she was great on Kimmel.
So
I
funny.
was like stalking her.
Wait, what was
So
she
good.
saying about her pussy?
Well, just like I forget, but she did it in the lot because she's got a lot of lip too. I think.
No, is she a lippy girl?
I think
that's what she was saying.
Is Lily a lippy girl? Or is she a not lippy girl?
No, Lily's got a.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so this is the problem: is that guys favor the tucked in pussies.
no, because some guys favor a blooming flower.
Not necessarily, but Lily's got it. Lily's,
She's got an innie.
she's got like a
She's private.
What was I listening to? Like some girls have like hot dog ones, or there's like different names for
Yeah.
shapes or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some look like a hot dog bun. Some look like a flower. Some look like
Yeah.
wait. Oh, it was Steph, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was on her. Was it on her podcast or live? I think it was live. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Do you have a preference in what pussies look like?
No, I mean if you saw the roster of when I've hooked up with, you'd be like, what is he into? I've hooked up with every shape, size, and
You
color.
said breathing and consenting.
Yeah.
Heartbeat.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an LGBT experience?
By that you mean like with another guy?
Have you ever seen a dong in a sexual way?
Yeah,
Okay.
at a sex party. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I mean I've literally seen a guy fuck Lily in front of me.
Have you sucked a guy off?
Well, wait, how was that?
It didn't turn me on, but it also didn't like enrage me.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay, you
I
didn't
was
feel like
like-
getting on Reddit being
Yeah.
like, women! But
Yeah, no, it was like even.
But you're not a cuck. It didn't turn you on.
No.
well, because you're dominant, so that's why I didn't turn you on.
Yeah,
but
and
it didn't make you jealous?
Ah.
So I'll say this. I remember I was on the road for a little while, and then I came back, and Lily had hooked up with this guy, and she told me about it, and it like stung for like just a little bit, but also like that's okay, right? So
Right.
it's like I would rather, and I heard this on another podcast, so I'm quoting this guy. I would rather deal with jealousy than dishonesty, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Ooh,
Okay?
yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, that's so
I'd
good.
rather
Yeah.
deal with that because if you start lying and dishonest, then you start like playing out these scenarios,
Right.
and it just spirals, right?
You become like a nervous wreck.
So like but the thing is we had sex that night, and I was like even more. I felt like I was more tender and affectionate because I was like, oh shit. Because it's interesting. It's like when
Yeah.
another man is like desiring your woman, it kind of like, especially when you've been with somebody for so long,
Mhm.
you're like, oh shit, my girl is hot, and like
Mhm.
people do want to fuck her.
I think that's
And I
important
should,
to
like,
have that in a
you know,
relationship.
I
like,
agree. Yeah.
So it's like sometimes, maybe you do dress like a little bit risque out, and so I see other guys look at you, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
so I know like, yo bro, like get your shit together, like
Does she
Mhm.
get jealous?
If she does, she is so chill and
Really?
and hides it so well.
Wow.
She doesn't tell you.
Well, I mean, look, she's literally at these live shows. She sees the girls like swarming me to take
Right.
photos and stuff. So
Yeah.
like, if the roles are reversed, I mean, I'm sure I don't think there'd be any way I couldn't feel a little bit of insecurity. out
right,
it.
of
I feel like
course.
it'd be impossible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I was like
Yes.
dating Ariana Grande, that homewrecker, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Drag her.
Yeah.
no. Literally,
Yeah,
if they're,
yeah, yeah.
Can't
my
wait to
mom-
see Wicked.
You know what's funny? My mom always said like if I wanted to break up with somebody, just like tell the girl that you fell in love with somebody else. So
Oh.
you can't.
Oh.
It's like you just
Kill myself.
kill
Kill
Wow.
myself.
That's haunted, but yeah.
yeah.
Jesus.
But I have to imagine she must get she must get a little jealous.
Do you tell her
Mhm.
that you hook up with people or no? Do you keep that?
We do a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Got it.
Interesting. Okay.
We used to be open. We used to talk more about it, but then
Yeah.
it was just like too much was going on. I just kind of told her, I was like,
I'm fucking 5 girls a day. You want to hear
Is
about
that?
it?
Do you think that's
No.
why?
no, it was like I'm like an up and coming comic once in my life, and
Yeah, it's true.
I don't want to be like 80 and be like, because I remember when I was
Yeah.
in college, I dated the same girl all 3 years, and
Yeah.
3 or 4 years of college, and I was like, man, maybe you're like only young and hot once, and like maybe I should have just like fucked my way through college and gotten it out of my system, you know? Because I really like didn't, and I didn't think of myself as like a cute guy who could really pull girls ever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of a new experience for me.
I just wonder though, like, is there fulfillment?
Am I coming off in this podcast as a piece like an
Not at
asshole?
all. Not
I
at
honestly
all.
don't think so.
I honestly don't think so at all. I
And
think
we're
this
people
is
that
like,
always say that like we
I'm just
personally
trying to be
couldn't
kinda
do.
I'm just trying to be open about it.
I think
you
it's
know?
really
No, you
good.
are being open about it.
Because you're
and-
also not like a misogynistic asshole. Like you don't come off as like a fuckhead. Like
No.
it's just an open conversation
I
about.
try to-
we
yeah.
we always talk about how like we personally couldn't do open, but then I don't know, but also I'm like maybe if we
That's so
healed like the
nice.
jealous parts of ourselves, we could. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
But no, I think it's actually interesting and insightful what
I'm
you're
really
saying.
enjoying the conversation, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, we're 70 minutes in, so I guess it's time for
Okay.
us to switch to Patreon.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
wrap this
Love
up right
you.
now. Morgan, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys.
You don't sound like a misogynist.
I
Don't
appreciate
worry.
you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys like building this thing, and I hope you guys are having fun doing it.
Yeah.
We literally are.
And you know, sometimes it's the side hustle that fucking pops off.
Sometimes it is.
That's honestly true.
Sometimes
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? So,
Sometimes it's the pandemic project that pops off.
yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't that
yeah.
it?
You don't know.
You don't know.
I tried to do a podcast. I got bored. you
Yeah.
know?
I get that. I like podcasting. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys. Go to morganj.com for tickets. Shows are selling out. I'm doing my first set of theaters in Australia.
So sick.
We literally sold this like a Sydney theater. It was like 1,600 seats out in like 3 days. That shit was like mind blowing.
You guys
That's
go
crazy.
follow him. Watch
been,
him.
It's been kooky, and you know, tell me how you really feel.
We
You know what I'm
watched
saying?
him come from nothing to
Getting
everything.
dog walked at the open mics to now you're selling out theaters
Which is
and we love to
crazy.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't get anybody pregnant. Okay, bye.
Literally. Bye,
Bye, y'all.
guys.